Hello and welcome back to Outsiders. I'm James Morrow, and as always, I'm here with the redoubtable Rita Panahi and the disputatious Rowan Dean, whom I forgive for calling me a Seppo earlier today. And this morning, I want to tell you about the latest outrage in the way the American justice system has been perverted by the left in their attempts to remove Donald Trump from the White House by any means necessary. Any means, that is, except by winning at the ballot box this November. Now, you know, we've often talked on this show about the various ways in which Donald Trump has been, ever since his election, on the receiving end of what can really only fairly be called a slow-motion attempted bureaucratic coup, which has been enabled by politicized government agencies that have, since November 2016, had one mission: get Trump. This week, we saw more evidence of how this works. Call it a tale of two defendants. Two stories that show how America's supposedly impartial justice system works, depending on whether you are associated with Trump or part of the campaign to bring him down. Now, last January, Roger Stone, a political operative tied to the Trump campaign, was arrested at gunpoint in a pre-dawn raid at his Florida home, with CNN just conveniently standing by to broadcast the whole thing. The charges against him surrounded allegations he lied to Congress in his testimony to the Mueller inquiry, which itself never turned up any evidence to support the left's beloved Russian collusion theory, and that prosecutors were determined to throw the book at him for. It came out this week now that Stone's prosecutors demanded the judge in the case hand him a simply insane sentence of 9 years in prison for this nonviolent crime. And when their superiors stepped up to say that is manifestly unfair, well, the prosecutors in the case resigned. The left lost their minds over what they said was an unconscionable interference by Donald Trump and his Attorney General, William Barr. By the way, when we're talking about sentences, as an aside, it's a bit worth noting that when infamous Democrat sleazeball Anthony Weiner was convicted of the far more serious crime of sending inappropriate pictures to underage girls, he only got 21 months of the slam. Now, oddly, those calling for Stone's head were also silent when it came out this week that several of the jurors in Stone's case, including the forewoman Tamika Hart, were active Democrats with a known bias against Trump, with Hart even posting to social media during the trial, about the evils of the president. Fair and impartial? I don't think so. Now, contrast all this with the case of former FBI deputy director, that is, Andy McCabe, who was called out for, you guessed it, lying to the FBI about his role in leaking information to the media concerning the probe into Trump, information which was used to generate news stories that would create a feedback loop and further the investigation into the president. On Friday, the Justice Department decided, they wouldn't pursue any charges, and the whole matter against McCabe would be forgotten. Nothing to see here, they said. What's that old saying, and justice for all? Guess it depends who you work for.